Marianne Williamson was famously caught off mic on Fox News once, remarking how odd it was that she's treated with more respect by people not of her own party. When Fox News asked if they could use the soundbite, Marianne said, "Sure, go for it." In the Bible, it says we should be boastful in the Lord, and the best way to do so is by not boasting about him. Sometimes things can be very, very counterintuitive. Welcome to Illinois Bridging Awareness. I'm Stanley Smith at Illinois Bridging Awareness. We're on a journey here from being awake to becoming aware. And when we're aware, we can take action. And if that's not enough, actually this week I added in the topic of the secret ingredient. As we got into our conversation on Saturday, Jim Downs said that he thought I was, going to be developing the topic, the triad topic of awake, aware, and action before getting into what the secret ingredient was all about. And I said, I I only have so much bandwidth. I love Jim, and I mentioned that Illinois is a unique place, and we all need to be aware of where we're coming from. Jim is in Colorado, of course, and I mentioned that Illinois and Colorado have kind of a synergy because for many people, traditionally here in Illinois, we've kind of looked to Colorado as being kind of the promised land. Ayn Rand used the state of Colorado as a symbol of people escaping the totalitarian state in her 1957 novel, Atlas Shrugged. Later in her life, she was invited to speak at an event in Colorado. And because she refused to get on an airplane, they arranged for a special private train car to be attached to the California Zephyr, which departed from Chicago's Union Station. The private train car took her from Chicago to Colorado. Later, she remarked that traveling in the private train car was one of the highlights of her life. We all need to travel this journey in a way that's authentic to us. Nobody can tell us what that is but us. I had the pleasure of talking to Leslie Dimsberg this week, and during the conversation, I brought up Marianne Williamson. And then Leslie shared a quote which she has always hanging next to her in her kitchen. And I'll read the quote here for you. This is a quote by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond all measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are we not to be all those things? We are a child of God. Our playing small doesn't serve anyone. There's nothing enlightened about shrieking so other people won't feel insecure around you. We're all meant to shine as children do. We're born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. I'm not I'm not just it's not just for some of us, it's for everyone. And we need to let our own light shine. It's unconsciously a way of giving people permission all around us to do the same. And in the process, we're liberated from our own fear, and our presence automatically liberates others. That's quite a statement from Marianne Williamson. And, Marianne is a spiritual guru, and I'm sure in many ways her thoughts embody thoughts of people before her on this journey. Leslie and I talked more about the moral precepts included in Marianne's message and other places in our time, and that all these ideas come from other places. Marianne, Gurdjieff, Mahatma Gandhi, and even Nelson Mandela. We kind of trace the genealogy of some of these ideas, and It's not always easy to figure out who actually said some of these things first and who was quoting who. Um, as we continued on, we focus on the precept shared by Marianne and Gurdjieff and others, the idea that we can't get out of this system using the existing system. It's a real quandary that we can see ourselves in. Of course, none of these ideas are new, but we need to be reminded of them over and over again. That's what we do each Saturday. On the Saturday call, we remind each other together. I've never been a big sports fan, but recently it occurred to me that one of the reasons sports is so popular is because we see manifest the idea of working together, that no one person can do it themselves. Someone carries the ball as far as they can, they stumble and fall, and then another person takes it from there. We're not going to get out of the system using the system. We're not going to be able to do it ourselves. And getting there, it's not just a destination, it's a process, a practice, and a discipline. I only have so much energy on the call each week to develop an idea. Then people have to run with that. Carol Kerr mentioned that it's like becoming a plant or an organism or a flower. Every organism has energy to sustain itself, and then above and beyond that, it has the opportunity to bloom. And when we all come together, we have even a greater opportunity and chance of blooming together. During this time in Lent, we have the opportunity in our time to get it right. When Jesus was arrested, the disciples freaked out. It was all a ruse, a test of sorts for those who are faithful to the end. And what does being faithful look like? Someone on the call, the conservative call, actually, it was Paul Engel in the conservative hour, who said last week that it's like being in a classroom with everyone raising their hands with the wrong answer. After the quiz, we find out that it was a test for one person, and that one person was us. Pontius Pilate asked, what is truth? We've discussed on the call that truth is a verb, not a noun. Truth is not a fact. It's a process. God invites us into the process. It's like the process of breathing. We're all invited into the practice. Everyone wants to be heard in their own unique way, and being faithful to the end probably probably is equally unique to each person. Please don't be fooled by anyone in this time. It's all a ruse. At the end of my conversation with Leslie last week, we agreed that now is the time to reach out to others. If you know someone who's on the fence, troubled, or confused during this very strange time, please direct them to the call. I'm particularly interested in the intake and welcoming of others. Leslie emphasized leadership on our call, and I'm thankful for all those who provide leadership. My personal call is to usher, shepherd, and gather people in. For all of those with eyes to see, and for all of those with ears to hear, the best is yet to come. If you would like to join us on our journey at Illinois Bridging Awareness, I will include my email in the description of this video. The Saturday call is every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Time on Zoom. I'll be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.